Halloween. Is it still the treat it used to be, or are too many tricks spoiling everyone's fun? To find out, I'll be attending the Big Buchanan Halloween Bash held tonight at the Waterside Inn, which, as this reporter has discovered, is doubling as a birthday party for the patriarch of the family, Asa Buchanan. Everyone will be there, including the household staff, and of course yours truly. Who knows, maybe I'll find that big bad wolf I've been dreaming about for years. In any case, WVLE will be there live, so please tune in to the news break at 9 and 10 and the news at 11 for the details.
Cut. That's a wrap. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, what do you think?
I think that Ace is going to have your head on a plate when he finds out you're broadcasting about his birthday.
Well, I had to give some excuse for the staff being at the party.
Yeah, well, you could have just said that they were invited.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the point is we want to debate the burglars, so he shows up at Ace's mansion. Anyway, I can't wait to go there and catch this guy, just like we planned.
No, I'm sorry. Melinda, our plans have all changed. You see, I don't want you anywhere near Ace's house when this thing comes down.
Michael, I was surprised to get your call after what happened yesterday. I didn't think you wanted to speak to me again.
That's why I asked to see you. I wanted to apologize for the way I overreacted. I regret treating you so harshly.
No, I deserved it, really. I should never have accused you of starting the virus in the Holden Towers. I must still be feeling the effects of the fever. That's the only explanation I can think
Still,
of.
that is no excuse for my behavior.
I think we're getting caught in crossfire with our apologies.
Well, maybe you'll accept this little peace offering.
What is it?
This is your costume for tonight's Halloween ball. That is, if you will agree to go with me.
Still think it looks like a lumpy lizard. Do not. Do too.
Come on.
Good heavens, who let the dinosaur in the house?
You need a lizard, don't you?
Hey.
Dad.
All right, fellas. Upstairs. Get out of those costumes. I don't want you destroying them before the party.
How do you kiss his face, man?
Prepare to take off your mom.
I'm sorry, honey. I did my best to keep him quiet as long as possible.
That's all right. Thank you. Why'd you let me sleep so late?
Because you were tossing and turning all night long.
I know. I was having the most horrible nightmares, too, and I cannot for the life of me now remember what they were about.
Well, you've had a lot on your mind lately, sweetheart. You know, they say that dreaming is the mind's way of working its way through its problems, and... what is it?
I just realized something. This pin, the design on this pin, that's what was in my dreams. Now, why would that be? And why on earth were my dreams so horrible? Everywhere. Nothing about in this costume.
Come on. You're going to be the belle of the ball when you make your grand entrance as Marie Antoinette.
Oh, thank you, madam. Oh, goodness. I wonder how Ace is doing. He must be ready by now. Asa, darling.
What?
Are you finished?
Oh, I'm finished, all right.
Well, why don't you come out and show us how you look?
No.
Why not?
Because you're going to laugh, that's why.
I promise I won't laugh.
No, and neither will I. Come on now, Cousin Asa.
I knew it. I told you this was a damn fool idea.
No, Asa, darling, you look real cute.
If you think I'm going to my own party as a royal flake, you got another thing coming.
Oh, okay. I'm going to leave you two stop to enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you later at the party. Cousin Asa, if I may say so, for whatever it's worth, I have to tell you that you look dashing.
See? That's the sound I'll be hearing all night if I go in this cockamamie outfit.
No, really, darling. It's your party. I mean, you should look like a king.
I have never worn tights in my life. I'm not going to start now. And another thing, what is that ragamuffin still doing in my house? I passed the guest room, and she was sawing enough wood to build a house.
Asa, darling, she hasn't slept anywhere safe in, I don't know, ages, except for the hospital the other day. What harm if she just has a peaceful overnight rest?
She can sleep her life away as long as she does it someplace else.
Asa, why are you being so disagreeable?
Because I don't like you bringing a homeless waif into my house and treating her like the Queen of Sheba.
Asa, darling, please.
No,
show
I'm not.
her a little compassion.
A compassion? I'll show some compassion. I'll show her the front door, and then when Sleeping Beauty wakes up, I'll give her a bus ticket back to New York where she belongs.
Asa, darling.
No, it's over. I can smell trouble. I don't want her around my front door.
Good morning to you, too. I would be delighted to go with you to the ball. But, Michael, I thought you wanted to keep our friendship a secret.
My wife is in Rome. I see no harm in escorting a beautiful lady to a gala affair.
Then neither do I.
Good.
I can't wait to see what you picked out for me to wear. Is this my costume?
Yes, do you like it?
It's a bit shapeless, don't you think?
Ah, but a gorgeous shape will fill it.
Thank you. But what am I supposed to be?
An Olympic ice skating star.
Well, I suppose I could dress it up a bit.
No, I would prefer that you didn't do that. Besides, it's designed to complement the costume that I'll be wearing.
Oh, what are you going to be?
I will show it to you, and you can guess.
My apologies to my daughter Victoria and the world. Victor Lord.
My apology to my daughter, Victoria, and the world. Victor Lord.
What are you doing? This symbol. This is what was in my dreams. But I cannot figure out what it's supposed to mean. I mean, sometimes it looks like a sun, sometimes it looks like mountains.
Could be just a pin.
But why would it make me have nightmares? I mean, it must mean something.
It does mean something, honey. It means that you've been having a pretty tough go of it ever since you just recently found out that 25 years ago you had a baby. Now, these nightmares are nothing more than your mind distorting your innermost fears.
What fears?
The fear that you'll never find her. The fear of what to say to her if and when you do.
Yeah, but why would this pin trigger fears?
Who says it did?
Oh, come on, darling. I've had plenty of sleepless nights ever since I found out that I had a baby 25 years ago. But I've never had horrible nightmares like I did.
Okay. Maybe it isn't just a coincidence. So maybe now you can understand why I asked John to run any new evidence he has by me before hitting you with it.
No, you cannot use this to support your case. Nightmares or no, I don't want you withholding any information from me.
Why do you want to keep torturing yourself? It could be years before you find your daughter.
Yes, it could. It could be even longer if you keep evidence from me that could be significant.
Oh, no, wait a minute. What are you talking about? That pin meant nothing to you. You said so yourself.
Well, it meant nothing to me that I was aware of. But, honey, it must mean something to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had these awful nightmares about it.
I'm telling you, these nightmares are just the deep-seated anguish you're feeling because of the loss of your child, and all because of an innocent piece of jewelry.
And because of this, you want me to give up the search for my daughter?
No, I just want you to distance yourself from it a little bit. Honey, let John handle it. I promise you, I will bring you up to date and fill you in on anything he comes up with, as long as I feel that it's not going to be upsetting you needlessly.
You know, darling, when you lost your eyesight, the hardest thing for me to do was to force myself to let you deal with things on your own, to let you come to terms with what had happened to you on your own. Honey, I'm the only one that can judge the significance of anything that John comes up with. So I have to know everything, even if it means suffering the pain that comes along with the knowledge.
Vicky, listen.
No, I'm sorry. Nothing that you can say is going to make me change my mind.
Whether you prefer the taste of prey...
Now, wait just a minute. You're the one that came to me to help set up this trap in the first place, remember?
This guy could be armed. Dangerous.
I'm well aware of that.
Oh, you are? Oh, fine. Fine. You know what? You just told everybody out there in TV land that WVLE is going to be covering this Halloween ball. Now, what if this creep burglar's watching the TV and then he sees that you're not there, huh? He's going to smell a setup, right?
Okay. I guess you're right. But I'm worried about one thing. I mean, I don't want you taking all these risks with no backup. Maybe you should bring along a couple of cops.
No, they're not going to want to come along just for the ride.
Why not?
Because that's called entrapment, Melinda. I don't think that qualifies for an official stakeout by the police department.
You know what I think? I think you don't want them to come. I think you have a vendetta against this guy. You want him all to yourself.
Wrong.
Oh, yeah, right. 3 years ago, the Halloween burglar steals Dee Dee's grandfather's watch, and you don't want to get even...
My feelings are not going to make me take some unnecessary chance, okay?
Oh, yeah. Somehow I doubt that.
Melinda, excuse me for interrupting.
It's all right, Jeff.
This was just dropped off for you.
Okay, I'll see you in your office. To Melinda Kramer from the Halloween burglar. Dear Miss Kramer, nice try. But this is one trap I have no intention of falling into. There's plenty of good pickings in Lambview without having to hit Asa Buchanan again. Have fun trying to stake out the entire town. Your friend, the Halloween burglar.
You know what? If I'm going to catch this guy, I think I better get going.
Wait a minute. Didn't you hear what I just read?
Yeah, but see, that's the difference between you and me, Melinda. You take this creep at his word. I look into his mind. That's why I know exactly where he's going to hit tonight. I'm going to be there waiting for him.
Where?
Bye.
Bo, tell me where. Oh, Amy, darling, good morning. Did you sleep all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Look, Mr. Buchanan, you don't have to worry about me cramping your style anymore, okay? I was going to leave this morning anyways. And don't worry about the clothes. I'll make sure I fold them nice and neat before I go.
And I will make sure Nigel tells the maid to wash them in real hot water.
Asa, darling, please.
Look, I'm sorry you got a hard life, honey. I hope the Lord sees fit to help you straighten yourself out. But this is not a shelter for homeless runaway girls. After breakfast, you're gone. You understand that?
Tough concept, but yeah, I understand.
Asa, darling, why are you being so ornery? If you put this girl out on the street, I'll never forgive you.
Yes, you will, Renee, because you know I am right. Now, I'm going to get out of this here tutu, Amy. And when I come back, you better be gone. Now, here's some money for a one-way ticket back to New York where you belong.
Gee, thanks. You're all heart.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast, vamos. You got that?
Sure. Oh, by the way, you got great gams. Look, I better just skip the food and hit the road.
Darling, you are not going anywhere.
But he just said that
I know. Don't worry about it. I'll think of some way to handle him. But you are staying put.
Look, I appreciate you going to bat for me, but I know when I don't belong someplace. You know, you've been real nice to me, but I don't want to get between you and His Majesty.
Oh, so, where do you think you're going?
Well, I could always go to the foster home. Though I wouldn't even go back there on a dare.
Darling, you can't go on living in abandoned buildings.
Look, I've survived this long on the streets. What's it going to matter if I go back?
Of course. All right, if you insist on going, I just want you to promise me one thing, that you'll stay in touch.
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess I better get packing. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the fancy frock.
I said, what are you doing?
Well, for your information, Michael invited me here so you can stop treating me like a common prowler.
Believe me, my dear, I would never accuse you of being a prowler.
Well, here it is. Good morning, Fraser.
Good morning.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, Michael, it's exactly like my costume. I still don't get it. What are you supposed to be?
I am your ice skating partner.
Oh, I see. Ah, we're going as a theme couple.
Right.
How nice.
Gabrielle, you hardly sound enthusiastic.
Oh, no, it's going to be great fun.
Well, terrific. So, you'd better start making some arrangements for a babysitter, and I will call you this evening.
All right. Fraser, you make sure you have a really good day.
What was that all about? I thought you were taking me to the party.
Don't worry. I'll meet up with you there later. First, I have an assignment for you. I want you to take this camera over to Landfair, which will be unoccupied this evening. I want you to search through Vicky Buchanan's private papers. Pages from a diary or a personal journal in progress would be nice. I want you to find out if she's written anything about a Nikki Smith.
Are you joking?
No.
Are you seriously asking me to do something as ludicrous as that? Not to mention illegal.
I will be with the Buchanans all evening. If any of them leave the party, I can call you and warn you.
But, Michael, what...
Fraser, you have your assignment, and I expect you to carry it out. Understood?
Oh, all right, but what if I get caught?
Nothing is going to go wrong.
Tell me this whole thing is a horrible nightmare, John. Now tell me that Rob was telling me the truth yesterday when he found his little black book.
Sorry, Cassie. This book hasn't left my sight since you were last here.
Then it's true. Rob is actually involved in a plot to kill a lot of innocent people, including you, my mother, and my father.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Why would Rob be involved in something like this, John? Why?
We're about to prove a simple point. On the left, a steak wrapped in saran wrap. On the right...
John, this whole thing doesn't make any sense. Now, Rob swore that he would never get involved with any of the people that killed his father, so why does he have this book with mob contacts and a list of people who are slated to be eliminated?
Well, that's what I hope to find out. That's why you gotta keep quiet. Don't let Rob know what we're up to.
How can I? How can I hold him and kiss him and make love to him with these doubts and suspicions closing in on me?
Cassie, look, you just gotta do your best, huh? For the sake of all these people in this book.
Don't you see? These people are at just as much a risk if I keep my mouth shut. Now, suppose Rob isn't in too deeply yet. Maybe he really wants to get out. If I can talk to him and confront him, then maybe together we can save all these
Cassie,
people's
look,
lives.
if you want to protect Rob and you want to save some innocent lives, let me handle it. Give me the time to dig a little deeper, to find some answers.
How do you plan on doing that?
I just got word that Rob is touching base with his mob contact tonight. I got a hunch it's going to happen at Ace's party. If I can be there and watch this meeting go down, well, I'm hoping I can find out who's calling the shots, who's giving Rob his orders. And what you can do is don't let Rob know that I'm watching him. And give him a free rein to roam around, to meet that contact. Don't hang on to him.
I don't think I can do that. I really feel like I'm double-crossing him here.
Double-crossing him? He's the one who's double-crossing us. He's the one who's tied to the mob. He's the one who's putting all these people's lives in danger.
All right. All right. All right. I'll play this your way, but I hope one thing. I hope that for once you are wrong.
Cassie, I hope so too. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen.
I was on my way to our bedroom, and I stopped outside the boys' rooms. They're very excited about the party tonight. It really made me stop and think.
Really? About what?
About how lucky I am to have such a wonderful family to look after and care for. About how much I love all of you. And about how this search of mine has caused me to lose sight of the things that matter to me the most.
You haven't lost sight of anything, honey, but I think you've been wearing blinders a little.
You're right. You're right. I've been so preoccupied following a path that may or may not lead to my missing daughter. And yet I have a daughter right here in this house, here and now, who needs me very, very much. You should see her. When I left the boys' rooms, I went down to look in on her. Oh, she's so beautiful. She looked up at me with those big, sweet eyes of hers. You know what happened?
No, what?
All those horrible nightmares I had last night went right out of my head. I was trying to remember them. Somehow it seemed as if they happened ages ago. I couldn't even remember what they were about.
I'm glad to hear that. Because they were meaningless anyway.
Well, no. Nothing happens without a reason. I think I was meant to have those nightmares so that I could forget them, so that I could realize how important my family is to me. And I made myself a promise right then and there. I'm going to put this search on the back burner, and I'm going to concentrate on having a fabulous time at this party tonight with the people who mean everything in the world to me.
Now that sounds like the lady that I love and adore. I promise you I'm going to do my damnedest to find your daughter for you.
I know you will. I really appreciate that. And I promise you that nothing is ever going to cause me to lose sight of my pride.
I now understand what happened to my daughter, Victoria, on that terrible day, almost a year ago. Because of me, a rebellious wanton named Nicky Smith was born. Thank the Lord I have been able to erase all memories of the incident from Victoria's mind. But what of Nicky? What secrets lie in her memory? I pray she never reappears.
That, my friend, is one prayer I fervently hope will never be answered.
You wouldn't feed this baby grown-up food, so why feed it?
Show. I don't care what you say. This is my outfit. This is what I'm wearing to my party.
Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay!
What happened to Marie Antoinette?
Oh, I sent her packing. Darling, I know you're happiest when you're home on the range, and besides, I wanted you to be comfortable at your own party, so, Amy and I went shopping this afternoon. She helped me pick the salad.
You're not disappointed going to the party with a cowboy instead of a French king?
Nope, I'm going to the party with the king of the cowboys.
Good, because I'm going to tell you something. That costume was a royal pain.
Well, maybe we can keep him and have a private little party of her own. I think Marie Antoinette would love having you in her boudoir.
Are you kidding me? It would take us all night just to get out of those outfits.
Practice makes perfect. Oh, darling, happy birthday. Oh, and you want to know what I got you?
No. But I do want an honest answer.
About what?
About why you're compromising like this. Like, you trying to talk me into let that street urchin stay here? She should have been on the bus this morning after breakfast.
The truth?
Uh-huh.
All right, the truth is, she reminds me of someone.
Oh, as if I didn't know. Who?
Oh, you devil. Yeah, I just remember how much I needed someone to look after me and care for me. I mean, I was so confused and frightened when I was a little girl. And every time I look in Amy's eyes, I see myself staring back at me, all that pain, and I just want to reach out, and I want to hold her, and I want to give her all the help that I so desperately needed. Now, is there anything wrong with that?
Of course not, honey. Your heart's as big as the whole outdoors. And that's one of the things I love most about you. You want to help this little thing? You got my blessing.
Oh, Asa, darling, thank you.
But Renee, be careful. I don't want all that kindness thrown right back in your face. So just go slow, okay?
I will.
Ah, right on time. Come on in. So what do you think? Is it everything that I promised?
Oh, it's more, much more, Michael.
And you look even sexier than I thought you would.
You like?
I like. Very much.
Thank you so much for the invitation and the costume. Fraser seemed a bit put out earlier on.
About what?
About you escorting me to the party tonight.
Fraser is nothing more than an employee.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Does she know that?
Gabrielle, there has never been, nor will there ever be, anything between Fraser and me.
Are you sure about that?
Does that answer your question?
Perfectly.
You know, we could be fashionably late for the party. It would be fun to delve into some Olympic fantasies.
That does sound exciting. But why don't we wait until after the party? I hate it when I have to keep one eye on the clock.
Right. All right. Party first, fun later. Oh, damn, I don't have my medallion. Right back. There. Outfit complete. Shall we?
By all means.
Where are Mom and Dad?
Oh, they'll be down in a minute. Now, they have a very special surprise for you.
What is it?
Well, sit down on the sofa and keep your eye on the door. Are we ready? We're ready!
Oh, wow! You look like one of those old-time movie stars. Yeah, all right.
Well, well, you boys are just the ticket to lift a girl's spirits.
May I present my card?
Cuthbert Twilly, all right. Wow.
Novelties and notions. What kind of notions you got in mind, big boy?
Well, perhaps we can ruminate on that interesting little topic after the ball. Then again, my little chickadee, perhaps we could do some ruminating now.
My.
That's right.
You guys ought to take this little show on the road. You know, you're great.
Oh, yes, a little hard on the anatomy, though.
Oh, where's your costume? Aren't you going?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to be a little bit late. I just wanted to see if you'd give these to Ace some papers he wanted to have a look at.
A pleasure to help a gentleman in need, especially if that gentleman's my brother.
I hope you get there in time for Asa to have his cake.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't miss that.
Yeah, it would be very nice if both his sons were there when he blows out all those candles.
Not to worry, my little orange blossom. I wouldn't disappoint the birthday boy. I think I need a nose. I've got to make some calls. Could I borrow the phone in the den?
Yeah, but the staff is going with us, Bo, so lock up when you leave, will you?
Yeah, sure. Don't worry about a thing, okay? You guys look great. Trick or treat.
Look at these big balls.
Get in gear, boys! We got things to do, places to go, people to see.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Go ahead.
Mrs. B, are you happy?
I'm ecstatic. It's wonderful to have the whole family together.
Ah, yes. Our nation's greatest resource, the family. Along with some other natural resources I could mention.
I didn't know you were such a patriotic American.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed.
Oh, I forgot my purse. Go ahead, I'll be right there.
All right.
I'm coming, big boy.
In Home After Home, people are throwing out cleaners they don't need, because all they need...
Well, honey, shall we hit the trail?
Waterside! Ho!
Hey, nice costumes. That's a little better than those French frou-frous.
Oh, thanks, Drew, I think.
Why aren't you dressed for the party? You're going to be late for all the festivities.
Actually, I'm not going to go.
Why not?
Well, the thing of it is that I have a paper due for school on Monday, and I haven't even started yet, so I really got to get cracking.
But, Drew, Don, everybody you know is going to be there.
So?
Hey, are you shy or something? Come on, everybody's going to be so disappointed.
Well, I'm out of here.
Who are you?
Well, who's asking?
Oh, Drew, this is Amy Hayes. She's visiting for a spell. She came last night when you were at school and working.
Hey, that's a great costume. Are you going as a homeless person?
Cute. Do you have a name?
This is my grandson, Drew.
Are you a friend of the family's?
Yeah, sure. I'm one of Ace's favorite house guests.
Of all the ungrateful little...
Excellent, darling.
Hey, would you happen to have a date for the party?
Well, no, I was just...
Well, that's
gonna
great.
go.
Then you could go with me, and we could get to know each other better. I tell you what, I'll run upstairs, I'll throw something together, and you hang tight, okay?
Drew, wait. Now what are we going to do?
Well, I guess you've just got to hang tight. I mean, Drew's going to be very disappointed if you come back, and if he comes back and you're not here.
Sure. What the hell, I'll stay. What's a couple hours? Right, Asa?
Yeah, right.
So with any luck, Star should be up and running in about 2 weeks.
Well, that's good news, Rob. I know a lot of people depend on Stars bringing in a lot of money.
Oh, sure. And the employees are anxious to get back to work.
Permit me to introduce myself.
Herb, why don't you go put the bite on somebody else? You want something to drink?
Yes, thank you.
I hope you're not going to pound on the steak Rob just drove through my heart.
Well, can you blame him, Dad, after the way you treated him before?
Well, Cassie, I was just doing my job. I thought at least my own daughter would understand.
What I don't understand is why you didn't just come to me first with your suspicions.
You know I couldn't do that.
No, because then you couldn't plan your surprise police raid, and I know how much you love surprises, Dad.
Why are you jumping on my case like this?
Because I really resent you coming in here and expecting me to act nice as if nothing happened.
Look, I'm not going to stand here and apologize. The evidence was handed to me, and I had to act on it.
Without talking to me about it first.
My hands were tied, Cassie. I am morally bound to uphold the law and not give you information because you're my daughter.
Okay, fine. But I guess you better not let anybody see you talking to Snow White.
Oh, come on now. You're being ridiculous.
Am I? I mean, really, what if someone important sees you talking to me and they might think you're giving away secret state evidence?
All right, look, I know you're upset, and if you want to take it out on me, fine, but drop the sarcasm, all right?
All right. I'm sorry. I am. I guess I just really want to know if this is all true.
What?
Your charges against Rob.
Honey, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Then the investigation is still open?
Well, I guess there's no secret. My office is still working on it. And as much as it pains me to say this, darling, I think we're going to turn up something against Rob sooner or later, probably soon. But you didn't get that from me, understood?
Understood.
Good, because the only reason I told you that much is... Well, all things considered, I think you should postpone your wedding.
chosen Prince Charming. So tell me, Prince, were you always this good looking, or did you used to be a frog?
What?
Was ribbit once in your vocabulary?
Excuse me.
Wait a minute now, this is live. Oh my goodness, this is an interesting costume.
Oh, it feels so good to be out enjoying myself again. Particularly when I'm on the arm of the most handsome man in the entire room. I wonder if Max and Steve will be here.
I'm sure they will be.
Are you looking for anyone in particular?
Just anybody I might know.
Well, you know me, and I expect to have your entire attention the whole night.
Go in here. Oh, no. You're not going anywhere.
Well, neither are you.
Look, I really resent you trying to butt into my personal life.
What's so outrageous about asking you to postpone your wedding until this case is resolved?
Because unlike some people I know, I trust Rob, and I am not going to break off my engagement to him just to make you happy.
You just put it on hold for a
No, you
minute and
never
listen to
trusted
reason?
Rob, did you? You didn't give him the benefit of the doubt when Joanna came to town, and now that she's finally out of our lives, and I finally have a chance at some happiness with Rob, you want to come between us again.
Have it in your own way.
Believe me, I will. Because nothing is going to make me doubt Rob's innocence or change my plans to marry him. Nothing. Excuse me. Rob. Where's John?
Oh, I see Snow White over here. So tell me, have you lost your Prince Charming?
I hope not, Melinda. I certainly hope not.
Nice touch. Not too subtle, but appropriate.
Can the chatter. You being watched?
I don't know, but Herb's at the parties, so make it quick.
Nosy DA is here, huh? Good. He's the first to go.
So the assignments are in?
That's right. The boss is putting your list in motion, and Herb Callison is going to be the first hit. Especially now that he's got wind of our plan.
So when does the hitman come to Landview?
He's here now.
So who is it?
Robert Coronel.
Me?
Yeah. The boss figures you're the perfect one for the job.
Wow, this is some bash.
Well, you just stick with the king of the road here, and I'll take you places you've never been.
Oh, I bet. One question, though.
Shoot.
What's in the bandana?
Train tickets. I hate riding in boxcars. Come on, let's get some punch.
Asa, darling, aren't you glad we agreed to have this party?
Yes, it's very nice to have the whole family together. Where's Bo?
Stopped by the house. Said he'd be late. Asked me to give you these papers, Paul.
Are you sure he's going to make the party?
Well, of course he will. But until he shows, why don't you let him keep you occupied, big boy?
Well, I may be big, sugar, but I ain't no boy.
Why don't we go over and say hello to the Buchanans?
I'd love to.
Hello, everybody.
What interesting costumes.
Victoria, no! Come back! Come back at once! Do you hear me? Victoria!
Sit down, honey.
I'm sorry. I'm all right now, really. I'm all right. Goodness.
Here's your purse, Mom.
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much.
What on earth could have caused that?
Yes, what indeed?
Are you okay, Mom?
Yes, darling, I'm fine. Thank you.
Honey, what happened?
It's a bit embarrassing. I'll tell you later, okay?
Well, maybe I should take you home.
No, I wouldn't dream of it. These children have been looking forward to this party for weeks. I wouldn't spoil it for them.
If you're not feeling well...
Sweetheart, I tell you what, I'll take some aspirin. I have some in my bag. I just need something to wash it down with.
I'll get you some ginger ale.
Thank you. Hey, I want you to go and make sure that Joey and Jessica are having a good time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Thanks.
She's...
Oh, dear. This isn't my purse. Maybe there's identification inside. What on earth is that?
Oh, my God. Vicky's got my purse and Michael's tape.
Listen to me. You're not going anywhere.
Hello, Cord.
Hello, Cord. That's all I get for the one, the only Don Jose, man of the world, fighter of bulls, Latin lover extraordinaire. All right, what is it? What's going on? How come you're not all dressed up for this party tonight?
Cord, about tonight.
Look, if you're worried about the way you look in that outfit, honey, I'm telling you, you look fantastic. You're gonna walk downstairs as Carmen, and people are gonna turn their head 360.
I'm sorry to
There's no identification, no label on the tape, nothing.
Well, I would imagine it wouldn't be too long before...
Brother owns this place. I was here waiting for him. This is the Halloween burglar.
I was petrified when that awful man lunged at me. He would have killed me if you hadn't stopped him.
Yeah, well, that scream did sound pretty real.
Well, then you believe me. You let me go?
What? No. That's not up to me. You just witnessed a crime here. You're going to have to answer a few questions from the police.
The police?
Yeah, the police. Why don't you call them, all right, while I attend to our little friend here.
Do you know him?
No. Well, but he is the Halloween burglar. I know from his limp. Saw it a few years back. It's the same one I saw when he was following you.
Oh, awfully fancy watch for a burglar.
This isn't his watch.
Look, we're both real excited about this party tonight. You know that? I mean, my whole family's going to be down there. All of our friends are going to be there. Are going to be there too.
All the more reason not to put on a full.
I do. All right. It's just that some. Relationships are different. That's all. Some are real intense, you know, and others.
What if I want that kind of intensity? What if I'm not willing to settle for less than that?
Nobody said that you should. It's just that some relationships, the ones without so much fireworks, they're the ones that last longer. You know what I mean?
You don't believe that. And even if you do, I don't.
Look, I think we just ought to give this some time. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you put your costume on? We'll go down to the party
Look,
tonight.
I don't
We'll have a
care
good
about
time.
this party, all right? You know that my father has been trying to get me to move out to California with him.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've been using work as an excuse, but now he's made arrangements for me to work.
Guys come out, but did they have to turn this place into a graveyard?
Tell me about it. With Marilyn working late at the studio and the crowd that I expected, we passed on those invitations to Ace's birthday party. Dumb move, huh?
Guess we made the same one.
You did?
Well, don't look so shocked, Mr. Coleman. I may be new in town, but I happen to have some very influential friends. Wanda Wallach, for one. She had an extra invitation. She offered it to me.
Well, then you should go. I think that's great. Don't worry about me. I'll clear up after the toga twosome over there. And you just go on ahead.
Unescorted? No way. Let's take care of the trick-or-treaters over there, and let's go together. Remember.
I can't help it. I feel bad being here without Wade.
No, it's not your fault, Mary Lynn. Taping ended early. You make a perfect Juliet.
Thanks. And you're not such a bad Princess Di.
Ah, Madame is too kind. But what is Princess Di without her Prince Charles?
I couldn't agree with you more, which is why I'm going to find a phone and call my Romeo over at Angelberger and have him meet me here as soon as he can.
Well, don't look now, but I think he read your mind.
Wait. Oh, excuse me, Your Highness, but tonight Romeo and Juliet have a happy ending.
Charles Alexander Mountbatten. What was it? Charles Mountbatten Alexander.
Max!
How soon they forget. Once I was your darling Charles Alexander George Mountbatten. What was it? Charles Mountbatten Alexander.
It doesn't matter. You're here.
I figured Asa could not turn away the Prince of Wales, even if he hates Max Holden as much as he does for buying out WVLE from underneath him.
Oh, so you didn't call Fraternity Row and find out what I was wearing?
Pure coincidence. The ballroom awaits. Come, my princess. Let's start.
Well, aren't you worried about being thrown out? I mean, not having an invitation?
Well, I just figured everyone would think that I was with you.
You sure I shouldn't take you home?
No, Dad, really. It was just a little bit of dizziness, nothing more.
Nothing more? Only 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you're fainting.
Well, I can't explain it, but I started to remember and an explosion. And my father calling me to come back.
Come back? Come back from where?
I don't know, but for some reason, all that just now came flooding back on me.
Vicky, I'm so glad to see you feeling better.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I'm sorry if I startled you when I fainted, and I do appreciate your catching me.
Oh, well, I'm glad I was there to help. Look, during the scuffle, we got our bags mixed up. I think this is yours.
Oh, wonderful. This belongs to you, then. I'm very glad to be able to return it to the rightful owner.
Well, there was nothing important in mine.
Good.
Well, what about the tape?
What tape?
Oh, this tape. I'm sorry. I found it when I was looking for identification. You don't really see reels like that anymore, do you? My father had an old reel-to-reel recorder like that when I was a child, and I have a box full of those reels in the attic. But where on earth did you get a hold of that?
Your sister, you go with them, and you stayed here, and something didn't work. And something didn't work out for us. Sarah, that wouldn't be fair for you.
You know, there's this old song that I used to love to dance to. It was called Love Has No Pride. And I think you and I just danced to two different tunes.
Sarah, please, this doesn't have to happen.
Look, I know if the situation was reversed, I would do anything to get you to stay.
I wish there was something I could do, something
You
I could
already
say.
have said something. Look, I appreciate your honesty, all right?
Oh.
I know where I stand.
Starting tonight? I mean, put your costume on, okay? We will go downstairs. We will have a great time. I guarantee you, it'll be just us. And
I really think that the kindest thing that you could do right now for me
Would Peter just leave?
Sarah,
Please.
When I read the press release, it said you were coming to the party as Juliet. I just took the liberty of dressing like Romeo. I hope you're not angry.
No. If anything, I'm flattered.
Well, don't worry, I'm not going to hover. I just sort of wanted to see how the other half has fun.
I doubt they have more fun than anyone else. But I won't shatter your fantasy. Your secret's safe with me.
Well, thank you, Mary Lou. I mean, Juliet. And may I show my appreciation by getting us a glass of punch?
Romeo, I'd be charmed.
Looks like Snow White lost her best friend.
I just had a run-in with Dracula.
I beg your pardon?
My dad.
Well, that explains it. I just saw Herb leaving. He looked very glum. You want to talk about it?
No, not really. In fact, as soon as Rob gets back, I just want to leave the house. Pre-wedding jitters, that's all, and I'll get over it. I will. Somehow.
Cassie, can I see you for a minute? Melinda, you don't mind, do you?
Wow, what a swell party this is, even if I do say so myself.
I'm going to say it for you, Renee. It's the best darn birthday party I ever had, except for that.
Oh, darling, come on, lighten up. Drew's having fun.
It's who he's having fun with that bothers me. That delinquent from New York has already got a clause into my grandson.
Well, it seems to be a mutual attraction. Lead him to it, unless it's just an excuse.
Excuse for what?
I'm dealing with a mutual attraction that's a little closer to home. Mr. Buchanan, this is your last chance to back out. In a little while, we're going to make an announcement. And after that, I'll let you go.
And that is just the way I wanted, Renee. Or should I say, the future Mrs. A.C. Buchanan. I do love you. May I have this dance?
All this and all the others.
It's funny, my father used to have an old reel-to-reel, and one of my relatives sent this from Argentina. I'm just hoping that it's an old birthday reel that he made for me.
You mean you don't know what's on the tape?
Well, I have nothing to play it on.
Oh.
Well, that problem's easily solved. You can use the one we have at the Banner.
Really? Oh, Clint, that would be wonderful. Would you mind if I used it tonight?
You mean you want to leave the party? I thought you came with Michael Graham.
Well, that's just a business arrangement. He needed an escort, and so did I, so I don't think he'd mind if I left the party early.
Oh.
Fine. Call the city desk, ask for Briggs, and tell him I said it's okay to use the recorder.
Clint, I don't know how I'll let you.
Well, I hope it brings back fond memories for you.
So do I, Vicky. So do I.
I have a friend who says.
You tell Captain Gerritsen that I'll be happy to testify, okay? Anytime, any place.
Well, I'll do that, Mr. Buchanan, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you both personally.
Well, it was nothing, really.
Nothing. Thanks to you, the whole town can relax next Halloween.
Well, this creep relaxes in jail. Move it.
Thanks again, sir. Ma'am.
But it was all Mr. Buchanan's doing. Isn't that what they call material evidence? He gave them his gun. Why not the watch?
This watch belongs to me.
How in the world did he get it from you?
He took it a few years ago. You know, on a different Halloween night.
Mr. Buchanan, are you okay?
This watch was my wife, my late wife. To Bo, with love that time can never change. Dee.
I'm really sorry. I didn't know it meant so much to you. You know, you can tell me to mind my own business, but you look like a guy who could use a party.
My father's party. I'm just not in the mood to put in an appearance there now.
Well, a party's supposed to cheer you up. Besides, there's a lady here who's in need of an escort.
From the looks of it, I'd say the lady could do a little better on her own. You know, I'm not even in a costume.
Well, if the lady likes you the way you are, I'm sure your father wouldn't object either.
You just don't take no for an answer, huh?
Well, you saved my life. That means you're responsible for me. At least for tonight.
Well, you put it that way. Fine. Let's go.
Your arm, sir?
So,
Are you sure that we don't look ridiculous?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like this costume was made for me. Oh, look, there's Mary Lynn and Wade.
Oh, it's my favorite couple.
Oh. Sorry, Mary Lynn. We thought it was Wade.
It's okay, Gilbert. I made the same mistake. Neil Delaney, this is Wanda Wolick and Gilbert Lang.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, well, the same here.
How you doing?
What is this? A big television star has to go to central casting to get a substitute husband?
No, not quite. Neil just happened to show up in the same sort of costume I did, right, Neil?
Yes, that's right.
Lucky lady. When Wade comes, you'll have 2 Romeos.
Well, I don't know about that. I tried to call him at Angelberger and nobody answered the phone. And I would track him down, but Ace and Renee haven't made their big announcement yet.
Well, he's probably very busy and he just didn't get a chance to get to the phone.
Someone from your club.
Yeah, I know, but he's smarter than I thought. 1 minute I had him in my sights, and the next minute, well, he slipped out.
All right, that's it. I'm leaving. If he's out there somewhere, I have to...
Cassie, no. You're going to sit tight right here.
John, I cannot do that. Now, this is not another everyday case. I have got to find out the truth about what's going on.
Michael,